Okay, so I'm gonna boost this post, and this will be the first, the first post that I boost that has to do with something funny or comedy or what have you. So it's my first tryout at it. I'm gonna do. I've got a number of posts like this as well as pictures like memes, and because I'm a silly person, I'm gonna have a number of videos and pictures that are part of my brand that just deal with being silly and what have you. So this is a post where I'm doing. I kind of did like just a little sketch of that one deep brother who's too deep for his own good, and I'm just joking about certain people who are just over the top deep. So I just put it up right now. You see at the bottom, only got 4 views, 1 share, 2 comments, and 1 like. I just put it up 15 minutes ago. So my goal is to boost it and give it a try and see what I can come up with as far as engagement. Now, the main goal is not to do this one time, because you can't. Some things work the first time magically, but like any marketing, you have to keep trying different little tweaks to your audience, tweak to your age and demographics and those kind of things, tweaks to the type of content, the wording, even the wording that I put at the top. I try to put it short and sweet, so that people can read it and keep it moving. I put the little 3 emojis so people can see that it has something to do with being funny. All those little things count. I could have even chosen a different thumbnail. Of course, this one is one with me laughing, so that'll have the immediate impact. It's almost like a 4th emoji because it's just laughter all over the post. I could go with a different kind of thumbnail. That's something that's created. But I think in this case, because I'm just telling a funny joke, I think, having me as a person laughing, I think should be effective. So I want to get people to watch my video. I'm not going to add a button this time because I really just want people to watch the video and find it funny. If they find it funny and they like it, then that means I'll be able to invite them to the page. And then from inviting them to the page, the next thing I would do, which is the most important part, is if they accept it, going to their page, finding something that I can authentically engage with, something that resonates with me, commenting on it to show them that I took the time to come into their world and appreciate them, and then also put a message, which right now I have a message that I use as a template here, which is just a simple copy and paste thing. Even though I'm copying and pasting, it's still authentic because this is still what I would say to everybody. I'm just making it really easy to do by creating a note on my phone and just copying it. Hey fam, I just wanted to take a second to say thanks so much for stopping by the page. I don't take it for granted when people give me a few seconds of their precious time. So I just wanted to say have a great day, and I hope you get a chance to stop by the page again soon. I've got some more inspirational and motivational posts coming down the pipe that I can't wait to share. Thanks. And so that's my way of showing appreciation. Just because it's a template and I'm copying and pasting doesn't mean that it's, not authentic or what have you. It's just my way of being able to do it faster than typing. All right, so I'm going to boost this post. The goal is to get people to watch the video. I'm not going to add a button. Now, here when I select the audience, this was when it really gets down to the nitty-gritty of how you really start to experiment with getting good results. So, amidst the other things that I mentioned. So, I could do people that like my page. That would be good because it would be for my audience, but I'll probably do that the second time around. First, I want to actually try a new audience because this would be the first piece that I put up in my content that has to do with something that's silly or funny. So I want to start experimenting to see what works for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it at United States for characteristics, demographics, interests, and behaviors. I'm going to go here. The very first thing I'm going to try is I'm going to select the top 10 comedians. So all I did, now I'm looking at my computer screen, but I'll do it here for sake of example. I just did top black comedians. And I'm going to do 2018 since we just got to 2019 a couple months ago. So I'm going to use 2018 as a gauge. Okay. Here's a list up here. I usually would go through a couple lists just to see if there's any difference in the different articles. But for right now, I'm going to just go to the top. And basically, what I'm going to do as an experiment, here we go. Richard Pryor, Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, Bernie Mac, Chris Rock, Martin Lawrence, Cat Williams. Just got ads on this page. Cat Williams, Red Fox, Kevin Hart, Chris Tucker. I'm going to just do the top 10 for right now. I could actually keep going. I mean, there's really no reason for me to stop at 10. I could keep going and going. I could put all of these people. But I'm not going to for this one. I'm really just going to use the top 10 just for sake of starting off and experimenting. And then, in addition to that, here I might just put like comedy as an interest. And I'll do stand-up comedy, even though I'm not again, this is not because I'm a comedian, but this is targeting people who would like this side of my brand, with just me being silly, because that's a real side to my brand. So I'm going to choose stand-up comedy, even though I'm not a stand-up comedian, but with the way that I'm doing it, because it's a solo thing and I'm talking to the camera, it's, similar to that. I'm also going to choose black comedy because my demographic is African American. And I could choose comedy in general, but I honestly think I'm going to just keep it there as stand-up and black comedy just for right now. Nothing's right, nothing's wrong. I'm just trying different things. So there's that. I'm going to X that so I can start putting these comedians. And I'm just going to go through the top 10 comedians and just add them here. So Richard Pryor. I'm going to add Richard Pryor. I'm going to add Chappelle. I'm going to type their last name because it'll come out faster. It's 2 P's. Dave Chappelle. I'm going to save that. I could do Chappelle's show. I think I might do Chappelle's show. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I went back without finishing. Okay. Next person, number 3, Eddie Murphy. And I could choose like these other ones that go with it. So like Eddie Murphy Raw, Eddie Murphy Delirious. Those were 2 good comedy series that he had back in the day. All right. Let's go on to the next person, who is Bernie Mac. Bernie, Bernie Mac. Matter of fact, let me keep typing Mac because they might have some other things. The Bernie Mac Show. I could do the Bernie Mac Show. I think I'll do the Bernie Mac Show. I'll keep it going with not only the figure, but some other things that go around them. So let's try. And I might have to go back because I didn't type out the full name for Richard Pryor to see if there was anything else that went with it. But Chris Rock, and let's do the Chris Rock Show. Martin Lawrence, who's one of my favorites, one of my top 3. Martin Lawrence, and then he also has You So Crazy. I'm gonna throw You So Crazy in there. Number 7 is Cat Williams. Cat Williams. I'm gonna spell it all the way out just in case he has something else around his brand that's on here. So you got like In Living Color, Jamie Foxx. Got Kevin Hart on here. I am going to put Kevin Hart on here even though... Oh, he is number 9, so I was going to get to him anyway. So, Kevin Hart. I don't know what happened to Cat. Wait a minute. There we go. Cat Williams. Okay. Red Fox and Chris Tucker are the last 2. I would honestly say Red Fox and Martin Lawrence are like my 1 and 2. Red Fox. Oops. Okay, Red Fox. And then the very last one is for this top 10 is Chris Tucker. Okay. So I'm going to save this. And then now you see the characteristics here in the middle of the page. Stand-up comedy, black comedy, Richard Pryor, Dave Chappelle, Chappelle Show, Eddie Murphy Raw, and it goes on and on. Comes down to age. This is one of those things where I can go as low as 13, I think, but I'm not going to go that low. But that's one of those things where I can go as low as 13 and as high as 65 plus. What I want to do, because the joke that I did, I didn't just do it in like 30 seconds. I mean, I sat there and talked for several minutes. I'm not going to target really young people because the attention span. Some of them will have the attention span to sit there until I get to the punchline. Many won't. So I'm not going to target them for this. That would be maybe for something real short and to the point. But for right now, I'm going to kind of just come up in age. I'm 36, going on 37. And I find all these people in this characteristic section hilarious. So I'm basically going to use my age and maybe down a little bit younger. Maybe I'll do 30. And I'll do 30 to 65 plus because the older people definitely have an interest in all these people and find them funny. I'm going to do all genders because men and women both fit comedy. And right now I'm just going to call it Comedy 1 because I'm probably going to do other audiences where I choose different interests, different comedians and that kind of thing, and do like some comparing and contrasting. My region is going to be the whole United States, and I'm finished with this. So the next part is the total budget. I always like to try, so as low as $3 if I want just like 3 days of consistency in front of these people. And that's, I'm on like a new experiment where my goal is to take certain posts and only do $3. Like you can do as much money as you want, but I'm only doing $3 with a lot of things in order to really test my skills to see how good I am at targeting the right person where I don't have to spend a lot of money and it's in front of the people that I know will have an interest. For right now, another figure that I like to do is $10. So I'm going to do $10, and I'm going to do that over the course of 7 days. You can't do less than $1 a day. So I could do 10 days on that, but I'm going to do 7. I like to do a week and to just give it a feel. So that tells me the estimated number of people who will see it will be 190 through 841 per day. And of course, that's going to be based on a lot of different variables. So I'm going to spend $1.42 per day. And this ad is going to run until Saturday, March 2nd, 2019. And then that's it. If I didn't have my payment, I would put it in, but I already have my PayPal account in there. And that's it. I'm going to give this a shot. I'm going to boost it. And let's see what happens. The thing is, you can't lose because even if it fails, it teaches you, that you have to tweak it in a different way. So eventually you get it right. I mean, marketing is just marketing. You either just have a good campaign and good content, good material, and you have good captions, you're saying the right words that, emote a emotional response or not. So I'm going to try this, and then I'll do a report back to see in 7 days what the outcome was, and then I'll tweak from there to get better at doing sponsor ads around this part of my brand. And after that, while I'm still recording, this is what comes up afterwards. Facebook will say, we're reviewing your ad to make sure it meets the guidelines. Typically, the ads are reviewed within 24 hours, although it may take longer. Your status there under review, it shows the start date, it shows the end date, it shows the amount spent, the audience, and who it was boosted by. And then it shows the audience details down here in the bottom. So it's like an overview page. Usually you can get an ad actually running in like under an hour a lot of times if it's straight to the point and it really easily meets their guidelines. So that's it. Let's give it a try. Let's see what happens.